Breaking news in the United Kingdom, where King Charles III has been diagnosed with cancer. Buckingham Palace just confirming the news in a statement, but not saying which type of cancer. The palace says his medical team identified, quote, a separate issue of concern while he was being treated for a benign prostate enlargement last month. The palace also says he will postpone public-facing duties while he undergoes treatment. It comes less than a year since his coronation.
Welcome to Weekly Recap. I am your host, Vivian Kabono. This is the show that brings you a recap of what has been happening locally and internationally in this week. This show is brought to you by NewsunplugKE. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. Stay tuned. I hope you're doing good, and so am I. Wiki yako imekuwaje? Imekuwa poa? How is February? Yeah, Valentine is almost coming. Oh my goodness, happy Valentine's in advance. I hope you're doing good. And here we go. We have a lot of stories for this week. And our first news is that 6 people have died and 5 have become blind after taking illicit brew in Kirinyaga, Kainga village. So these people wameamua tupiga mtindi ni sherehe. The alcohol was not right, you know. According to KRA, they have said that that alcohol was illegal. So the man operating is Peter Ndwati, anajulikana kama Mike Power, ile mtaa, you know, lugha ya mtaa. Mike Power is a person who makes alcohol and sells to people. Actually, was found with a lot of ethanol. And the price of that ethanol, the market price, might be around $500,000. So you can imagine. And probably, according to the people who were saying, probably he just takes the ethanol, mixes it with water, and gives it to people. In fact, he sells this illegal brew to 19 clubs around that area. So people were surrounding these 5 people, including grandma, let me say, an old woman who had also become blind, and one of them succumbed, among the people who died, one of them succumbed because he was already ill, and by the time they were reaching the hospital, he was declared dead. Anyway, if you're going to take alcohol, make sure that it is termed and it is good alcohol, and make sure you drink a lot of water before then, and you're full. Because as much as we're doing these things, we also have to be careful, okay? Isikuwe ni raha ambayo imekuwa karaha ama ni vipi, si ndio, right? Anyway, moving on to our next story. Seems like drugs this week have been making the headlines, but 2 suspects were arrested in Nairobi after they were found with drugs, that is bang, which was worth 300,000 shillings. So these were 21-year-old guys. 21 years, oh my goodness. I don't know if I should hope they would not go to jail, but you can imagine 21 years going to jail and being jailed for a long time. I mean, it's gonna waste like your life completely. So Laban Acheng and Ann Nyambura, I don't know if they were a couple or not, but they were found at Joska. So they were having their bang at their place, probably on Komapedi. And actually, the pictures that were circulating were pictures of that bang. You can imagine bang worth 300 shillings, 300,000 shillings. Walikuwa na stock, and wakashikwa by the anti-narcotics drugs guys. And yeah, so they're waiting to be taken to the court, and they will be told whether they will be released by cash bail or whether they will be jailed. It will depend. But what do you think? Should they legalize this thing already, or should they keep arresting these people? What's your opinion? But then write to us and think, okay, so these people are really young, 21-year-old guys. These people are really young. So what do you think? I mean, talk to us, dear viewer. Just comment tuambie what you think about this story, kama watu waendelee na hizi vitu ama itakuwaje. But anyway, whatever you're doing, just make sure that you keep on the right side of the law, because where you do not want I know we want to do these things, but at the same time, we do not want to be on the other side of the law, right? Wanasemanga ni kucheza chini ama I don't know what, but it's either you do it or you do it right. There is no hakuna option. So it's either you break the laws or bend the laws, right? I don't know. Yeah, something of the sort, but it's up to you to decide, right? Anyway, moving on to our next story. So there is an athlete that was arrested after he tried to choke, and strangle the wife and the 1 month old son. So SK is an athlete, and he was married to LL. I don't know why they, probably because of their privacy, that's why they decided, but LL and SK were married. So probably SK was not employed. Remember, he's an athlete, right? So one day SK tells her, please go and find something to do instead of just lying around, idling around. Go find something to do. I don't know, probably it was the way she displayed, I do not know. But SK went and came back later in the evening with a machete, and he was saying that he's gonna murder this LL, okay? And as they continued with that argument, he went ahead and even said that he will chop the head of the son, or their baby, that 1 month old baby, and go with it and disappear with it. Hey, kukakuwa na chaos, eh? And they were actually trying to like kubishana wenyewe kwa wenyewe. What do you call it? Ile like yenye mnabishana wenyewe kwa wenyewe. And even in the process, the baby akaanguka. So there was a relative of LL who was in the house, and the relative came and told LL, you know what, just let him go with the baby instead of hurting the baby. Just let him go with the baby instead of causing death where there should be no death, remember? And actually he was even trying to strangle her. And this commotion caused the neighbors to come and see what was happening, and that is when now SK he fled, and the security guards disarmed him, and he went disappeared. Allegedly, this murder trial, or this murder attempt, happened in 26th of January. So he was arrested on February, and he was taken to, so he has been in the police custody, and they're waiting to see what will happen and know what will happen. I mean, if he will be jailed or not. But of course, can you imagine trying to kill your own 1 month? So 1 month that you chop head when and hey, surely. Hey, no, that's a cycle. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Who tries to murder a 1 month old baby? Anyway, mtoto hata and pia alianguka. Unajua allegedly, mimi sijui, lakini please text us and tell us if it is true or it's a myth. When a small baby is angushwa, mtoto mdogo akiangushwa, agonge kichwa especially, akili yake inaenda yaribike. Like the baby may really be affected. But please talk to us and think if it is true. But we all agree that hurting a 1 month old baby is not right at all, right? And moving on to our story, before we go on a short break, I will compile these two because they all talk about death, and they are all very sad. But one, I don't know, probably will give us your opinion. So, a young teacher in Embu committed suicide after the girlfriend refused him or tried to break up with him. Allegedly, the man was married and the wife was pregnant. Okay? Hey, in a day, take 23 hours to fear men. So, this man had a wife. The wife is pregnant. Then is this Chile, is it because he left a suicide note and said that he should be buried on Valentine's 14th February, ndio siku yenye anafaa kuzikwa. Now the girlfriend, what is Fila or something? Yeah, it's some Fila, siwezi kumbuka. Hiyo jina iko complicated because it was jotted down in a paper. Unajua alikuwa ameandika hiyo suicide. He wrote the location of the burial. Okay? He said who should organize the burial. In fact, MCA should help in organizing for the burial. Okay? Also, he said that it is true. I might seem stupid, but the fact is, I tried to talk to 17 people who did not come through for me. I understand about the part of talking to people. What I disagree with is killing yourself because of a girlfriend, and you even have a wife. Okay? I understand. And he even wrote, I promise to love you till my last breath. Hey, so if you people mkiambiana, I will die for you, what do you mean? Eh? This is the true definition of I will die for you. Hey. So I totally disagree with killing yourself because of a person you love or a person who is trying to break up with you. Because at the end of the day, you die today. By next year, that person has moved on. Especially if it is if this person has refused you, it means that this person is so done with you. Probably even the person has another partner. So you will just be destroying your life, killing yourself, killing all your dreams, leaving your family in pain for a person who does not care about you. It's okay, it's hard. But with time, you actually realize, oh my goodness, I deserved way better. Okay? The part of talking to 17 people, I really understand that. Because probably even the frustrations came with, you know, when you're going through a lot and you try to talk to people and people don't listen to you, you feel frustrated, you feel like you're not worthy, and probably that's why he decided to do that. I mean, your mind is clouded and you feel rejected. So probably the rejection from girlfriend and rejection from these 17 people allegedly made him cloud his thinking, and he decided, okay, acha basi nifanye hivi. But anyway, young teacher, please rest in peace. And isha mwagika haezi zoleka. And still talking about the tithe, this is really, really touching, and especially for artists, it really blew up. I mean, it was really clouding. I mean, the death of Charlie Oda, who was 38 years old, a very great actress. The film industry has really lost a great person. We know him from back then in Makutano Junction, No Zone, which was a kids show. He's done a lot of shows. He's a great host, a great TV presenter, host. He was a great voiceover artist, a scriptwriter, a filmmaker, a producer. I mean, everything. He was so multi-talented, a very lively guy. In fact, even on he died on Saturday, 3rd Feb. On Friday, I have been seeing Kirinyaga Matobia were posting posts of them at it was a rap party. I think it was Salem, yeah, because it was part of Salem. It was a rap party of a film that they have been doing. And let us pray that Irungu, who he proposed to 6 months ago, will find comfort and accept that it had already happened and stop and not be in denial. And I just hope that the show that they were hosting together with Charlie, they will just find a way of going through it. But as we artists, we are really sad about that. But rest in peace, Charlie. And we will go on a short break. We will be right back. Welcome back. I hope by now, by the way, when we had gone for your short break, I hope by now you have subscribed, you have liked, you have shared, you have commented and told us what do you think about the stories that we have already covered, right? So, finally. By the way, this case, people have been following it. Like, Monica Kimani's death. This happened on September 2018. And this week is when the final ruling of the court was released. So Joey Irungu was found guilty as charged, and Jackie Maribe was acquitted. So allegedly, Jackie Maribe was the accomplice, according to the case, because he hosted Joey Irungu. By then they were dating, and he hosted her. She hosted him. I mean, after he had finished doing his dirty jobs. So that is when Ali pelekwa koti, and other people are on her side, others are, of course, unajua huwezi kubalika na wote na huwezi kataliwa na wote, right? But this is also a lesson that we should also be very careful with who we let into our spaces, because just one mistake, I mean, it is so crazy how in adulting, it's just one thing that will make your life completely different. So Joey committed the murder in September 2018. Monica Kimani was a business woman, and if you can remember, she had a lot of cash from a Sudanese politician or something of the sort, and she was supposed to go to Dubai. Yeah, you can. The stories are still online, though it was from 2018. You can imagine that it was from 2018, and she was found in the the tub, I mean in the bathroom tub. What do you call it? Yeah, something of the sort. Let her benye nafunga kwa bafu. You know what I mean? And she was found dead with a wound on her was it on her wrist? On her throat, yeah. So the according to the doctors, they had said that she was murdered actually. It was not an accident. It was not death out of natural cause, because it allegedly had been the cut had gone deep to the thyroid gland, because her pancreas didn't have any problem, and the bleeding that had happened on the nose was because of that cut. And the case has been followed up, and watu walifurahi jana by the way, watu wasaidia kina Jackie Maribe. Hey, people were so happy. The Itumbi was there. You have been seeing hugs, the pictures of hugs that were circulating, the family. I mean, people were happy. And yeah, so Jackie Maribe was an ex-former news anchor, and finally, can you imagine 6 years of court ruling? I mean, cases after cases, court sessions. I mean, hey, she's a strong woman if she made it to reach until there. And what's even funny and shocking is that just minutes after Joey was found guilty as charged, he released a song, a gospel song, praising the Lord. Okay, probably I don't know, probably he had talked to the producer or something. Akawambia, hii ki happen, unaona venye unaandikaga kama venye our suicide guy wrote a note and said if I should be buried here and here, probably it said if this happens then release my song. So guys, about bado to support, you know, ni Vibes Cartel anakuanga jail lakini bado he releases songs. About tell us, is it him? Yeah, is it him, right? Yeah, so probably Joy can be still a musician in jail. You never know, but to support Salanta either way. And anyway, Joey, he's a okay, sijui lakini kuna memes zimekuwa zikienda around wakisema ati the inmates, how inmates are really praying that Joey should join their cell or something of the sort, but it's just a meme that is going around anyway. As I said, Kenyans are always joking. Anything that happens, Kenyans are always joking. Anyway, so there is Kevin Kangeda. This is our second last story of the day. So Kevin Kangeda escaped from Muthaiga police station. So let me keep you up to date. So allegedly, Kevin Kangede, who was in the States, killed a woman, Maggie or Margaret Mboito, known as Maggie, in the States, Massachusetts, around October 30th, around those dates. And immediately after he killed her, he flew to Kenya. Just minutes or hours after the death, he flew to Kenya. So Maggie's body was found in an airport, in a garage, in her car. Her lifeless body was found there. And this Kangede was working in that airport. Maggie was a 31-year-old nurse, and she was living there. And they were dating allegedly. And according to her mother, Kangede had tried and threatened to kill her very many times. And finally, he succeeded. So immediately he committed the murder, he flew and came to Kenya. And the United States forces collaborated with the Kenyan forces, and he was caught after he had a red notice on his head. So he was caught in the club. I think a red notice is used by international forces where they identify a person and the road, like ile ukiona movie venye wakikupoint unaonanga kakitu kana, you know, so yeah, it shows where the criminal is in any part of the world. So they confirmed the murder, and the arrest was done on February 1st, and he was supposed to be in police custody for 30 days at Muthaiga police station. So his lawyer, Alex Ndegwa, his lawyer Ndegwa comes to see him, and as they were having a conversation, minutes later he escapes and he goes borders the matatu. So the 4 policemen who were supposed to be watching him, but they were arrested, and the boss said that the command of that police station said that it was embarrassing, that they could lose. I mean, any inmate within minutes ati ametoka kuongea na lawyer wake. Sasa amepotea. So Kevin Kangede, nobody knows where he is, but probably kama that red thing is still there, they will find a way to find him or something. And the family, but they really, the family of Maggie, I'm really sorry because of that. Wewe unajua venye manze mkiwa na relative majuu venye manze mnakonga mmerespectiwa, mnaonanga manze life yenyewe imeomoka. And then she has been killed just because of love. You know, I keep wondering, why is it, by the way, all the cases that we have handled about death, almost all of, in fact, all of them are about relationships. We are even afraid to fall in love, and it's Valentine that is coming. Why is it that people have to kill each other because of love? Something so sweet, something so good. Talk to us and tell us, why are people killing each other? Na mapenzi ni kitu poa sana. Watu wanafaa waishi wapendane. By the way, really, it's either money or love. And 80% it's love or just some intimate relationship. You feel me? I don't know what's not happening. But the family of Maggie said that she was a bubbly. I mean, she was a sweet soul, and even her joy was contagious. So it's really, I mean, the mother is really heartbroken, and may God give you comfort. But I know, and it's even more frustrating hearing that Kangede is working out there scot-free, yet the family is really suffering. So I hope Kangede atashikwa, by the way. Yeah, I hope he will be arrested and all will be well, because this person needs to pay for what he has done. Amaje, sindio, right? I hope he will be caught, because by the way, it's not, you know, if he had the guts to do that, that means he can also do it somewhere else. So it's not right for such a person to be walking around scot-free. He needs to pay for his mistakes. Sindio, what do you think, right? On to our last international story of the day. So the king of London, of the Britain, I mean, King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer, and but according to the Queen Camilla, who was in a charity event in a cathedral, during her speech, and it is the first time that she has made a public appearance since King Charles was diagnosed with cancer, she has said that considering the circumstances and the conditions, he is doing really, really well. So I'm glad that he's battling it. So King Charles is 75 years old, and he is the monarch. I mean, he's the leader, and I think he will be really strong, and he will conquer this. And Prince Harry, who lives in Los Angeles, made a 26-hour flight to go see his father at London. And this is since September. The last time he was in his homeland was September. And he went back to see his father, who personally made a phone call to him, by the way, to tell him about his condition. And when he reached there, allegedly, he did not spend more than 1 hour. Yeah, according to the people around, they were saying that the meeting lasted for 30, or the meetup, or the get-together, the family get-together, lasted for 30 to 45 minutes. But I don't know, it's worth it, right? 45 minutes of flying 26 hours to come see a person, your father, and spending 45 hours. That's okay, Silvio. I mean, I think they caught up, and probably, you know, these people are busy people, so probably they had other things to do and to meet. And actually, by the way, Prince Harry, during his stay there, he did not meet with his estranged brother, Prince William. And okay, I don't know, I will not put much into it, but as if it was a rich problems or I don't know what. And immediately, by the way, after the meeting, he flew back to the States, yeah, and he was seen minutes later joking with a crowd. So probably he's a bubbly soul, as the Queen was making an announcement on the other side. But it's okay, at least he went, visited his father, and yeah, Prince Harry is 39, yeah, around 39 years. Yeah, he's supposed to be around 39 years. So I don't know, it's okay, because even if it was a farming Nini, they have busy schedules, but it was good. It was a good move, by the way, because I think immediately after the phone call, he flew 26 hours, right? That's quite a lot of time, right? And I believe that like 45 minutes or 1 hour of face-to-face conversation is really a deep thing, and an intimate and good sign that you really care for your father. So I hope that King Charles will be okay. And he's a strong man, right? 75, he's a strong man, and he has Queen Camilla on his side. So everything will be okay. All the best to the royal family. Thank you so much, dear viewer, for staying tuned till this point. We do not take it for granted. I am your host, Vivian Kabono, and please follow us across all social media platforms as well as our website at NewsunplugKE. Let's keep the conversation going, right? I do a lot of other things. Basically, I'm an artist, so you can also follow me across all my social media platforms at ViviCabs so that we can have interactions one-on-one. And if there's any trending story or news that you would want us to cover, you can just hit me up. I will be looking forward to. Thank you so much, and thank you for the people who send me the news. I do appreciate. Till next time, have a nice week. Thank you.